Hey, brother, go right ahead. What's happening?
Hello.
Hi.
Okay. Have you been good?
Yeah, pretty good, man. Living the dream, I'd say.
All right. Well, good to see you again, man.
Very good to see you too.
All right, brother. We're all plugged in. You okay with the cat here?
Yeah, I love
Okay,
cats,
some
man.
people are like, oh no, the cat's gonna attack me. Oh no, the cat's
No,
gonna
man.
eat me. Oh no, the cat was my descendant from 4 past lives ago, and it was my ex-girlfriend that I drowned, and now she's back to like take my eyes out, so I don't know where the river is to drown her again. Ouch.
Yeah, I'm a cat person. Totally
Yeah, that's cool, brother.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Are you tuned up?
Yeah, should be.
Let's see, what have we been doing? We've got some of the notes.
Yeah,
Brought some other little things here for you. I know we didn't pick a song or anything.
Yeah, I just brought like the same old stuff. You want
Okay. We're gonna jump into some boxes whenever you're ready, and that's gonna explain quite a few little goodies. Let me see my hands are okay still.
I don't think I've been too clear with the what I want to do.
Okay.
I want to, give you a little interview.
Oh, okay. We can do that. I keep my hair up like this, or what we can do is I can add my little extraterrestrial.
Yeah. I was gonna ask you about aliens too.
These are working like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think you had briefly mentioned you were doing a collection of different people, right?
Yeah, just.
Yeah.
Around.
Do you want any water?
Oh, fine.
You're fine? Okay. Let me just get my little... Oh, the kitty cat is far from here.
Hello. I wonder what your name is.
Also plugged in there, brother?
I'm not.
Let's see. Okay, so that is yours. You know how to tune it, right?
Yeah,
Go up. Up.
it's not a G.
It was the 1 string. Oh, 2 strings.
There you go.
2 strings were fucking with you. Going, and we're gonna keep you out in a different galaxy until you get used to it, and then we'll get you back into...
Yeah, so you definitely believe in aliens then, right?
What's that?
Well, you definitely believe in aliens. You had any encounters? I mean...
What about aliens, brother? Yeah, I have. That's no lie. Because I've been visited 3 times when I was a kid in South Africa.
Yeah, I've heard.
Yeah, I told you that. Like for example, the first time I don't know, I was around like 3, and they visited by my bed. I was terrified. I tried to sleep with my parents because they didn't say anything why, but just these little creatures, not too tall, maximum 4 feet, the tallest one. And then again, like 2 or 3 years later, and then when I was a teenager, I don't know how old I was, maybe 15 or something, and I remember the room got cold and the sheets got yanked off of me, and trying to grab me, and I was terrified. It knocked me on my head. Something I still have a mark over here. I can show you this little gray thing, silver thing. I don't know what happened. I was just terrified, and they left. So see, like hold on. Can you see this? It's like a silver mark. Ice or something. Yeah. So that's that shit.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like I haven't, so some people, a friend had discovered that years back, she was trying to, I don't know, just going through my hair stuff. I don't know if she's looking for cooties or just want to do a hairstyle, or just following the directions of a Hallmark card or something. But yeah, so yeah, that was it. And I got knocked, I don't know, a couple of times, and, I don't know what the hell was going on. And I kind of like blank out, and then when I kind of woke up, I was terrified, so I was just waiting under the sheets until the light comes out. I mean, it's stupid because what is the sheets gonna do? You know what I mean? But it's just a subconscious protective measure towards something that would be terrifying. But I was scared and I wasn't scared, you know?
Yeah.
But when you're a kid and you don't know, sometimes it helps when you don't know, so you don't assume or you don't associate that with any idea of fear, so everything's new and a surprise. I guess that applies anytime. But then, you know, when I was a teenager, I definitely like knew what's up. First thing, you know, you're a kid and you like look and like, what is this? And they just sit there, stare at you, like staring and staring. And yeah. So three times in South Africa, you know. Because that's where I grew up. What's that?
Never in America though?
No. In the United States, I came here as a student.
Yeah, where'd you come from?
I came to the United States long ago, like 1981, you know. I came as a, well, I went to school. I went to a music school in Boston. I came as a student, but no, nothing in that time period or since. No, not like that. Not like what you'd say like extraterrestrial or, you know, something like that. Even though that word nowadays, like the last couple of months, is popular, but whatever, whether you want to call it entities or different energies. But I had different experiences of sorts, and that's why I avoid or I haven't done, you know, drugs or anything like that, because it alters, you know, because everything is frequency, so it alters your frequency, and for some people it calibrates whatever, it evens it out to a specific frequency which corresponds to something that you surprisingly may not be okay with. You know what I mean? It gives you, you know, maybe gives you a negative feeling because it is negative, you know, or it gives you a positive feeling, but that's rare. So that's why I never did that, because say few times, 2, whatever, 3 times when I had like extreme highs, and just through pot, you know?
Yeah.
And obviously I'd gone places or out of body, and the key about going out of body is you got to know how to get back in. And this is applicable to anything. If you leave, you got to know how to get back. You know, whether it's a forest or whether it's a neighborhood or the mall or somewhere where I leave my car. You got to.
Gone back to South Africa?
Been to, last time I went was over 25 years ago. Like I think it was like 98. I just gone, and because I wasn't able to go for many years because of the political situation. I didn't do the army, and then they was waiting for me and shit, and then the new government came in and I got erased off of the system. So then I went back as a tourist because my aunt at the time was dying. So I just went to see her, and you know, I went to Cape Town for New Year's Eve, and that was fun, but I never went back after that. You know, then my parents moved to Greece, so, but yeah. It's a great place, but yeah. But in Boston, I had a couple of experiences, you know, because they're actually, all those experiences, they're going on all the time, see? They're actually happening. It's an experience when it happens to an individual, but it's just not necessarily an event as it's going on, but it's just a reality, because it happens all the time, but we're not keyed into it. It's going on right now, you know, anywhere, but we're just not locked into that kind of into that frequency to realize what's going on. That's all. But it's, yeah. But once you're involved, then it's an experience, you know.
Yeah.
And then it can turn into an event. But if you're looking for it, you know.
Yeah, I mean.
But you can find it. Yeah.
Yeah, especially if you do look for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What's really kept you here in Hemet of all places, though?
Where?
Here in Hemet of all places.
Oh, in Hemet? Well, we just landed up one day. My wife and I. We're living in Los Angeles, and my brother-in-law used to live here. He moved back to Mexico. We went up to Palm Springs just for the day, and then on your way back, you can come back in through you go through Palm Desert, some mountains. You go through by Idlewild, and you come down on the 74, I think, or 70, whatever it is, 79, 74, I think. So we just came to visit my brother-in-law, just like other times, and then properties were reasonable, so we got a place, you know, and. In the beginning, it was culture shock, because it's partly my fault because I didn't know what to do. You know, sometimes when you live in big cities, your reality is a 10, 15-mile radius, and as cool, open-minded you think you are, you're not, because you're just limiting yourself to a 5, 10-mile radius, you know. But I guess that's the same thing here or any place. People in California, they live in some areas, they've never gone to the beach. Or when they do go to it's just 10, 15, yeah, they just don't leave their
5 miles.
You know, circles, just, yeah, that's anywhere in the world, really, you know. They go to the beach, I'll swim with their clothes on and shit, so it was a culture shock. I didn't realize that I can go to, like, say, San Diego, I can always go back to LA, go to Palm Springs, got a whole bunch of other things that you can open yourself to, you know.
Yeah.
So it took me a while to adapt, and then I started teaching in Temecula at the school, you know, so I was happy about that because I'm doing music all the time,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So I do teaching, at least I'm still
When did you start teaching?
playing in Temecula. Well, I've been teaching for like 35 or so years, but at this school in Temecula Music Academy, I've been there for like 17 years, you know? So they kind of calmed me down. I was doing something and I can still go into, you know, Los Angeles because I had my bands there on the weekends. That's fine, you know? And then, you know, here, I just enjoy living here. I just enjoy it, you know? It's almost like a cross between a Twilight Zone and a John Waters movie here. I like it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I just find people here, they're kind of open to whatnot. They're not prejudiced and they're cool, and it's fun and funky, and it's like rock and roll, you know? You could almost call it metal, you know, more than anything, but it's great, I think, and I get to work here quite a bit. I teach and I play and I really enjoy it, and I like all the people here. It's you know, it's better than living, like, to me, in like, you know, 1-bedroom apartment and having to do all these shit jobs so you can maybe, I don't know, suffer, you know what I mean? It's overrated, so it's cool, you know. I really enjoy being here. Like I said, it's a cross to me between Twilight Zone and the John Waters movie, you know? All these characters, yeah. I love it, you know, yeah. I just think it's cool, man. And there's all kind of whack activity going on here, I think. And I think this center in the 60s or 50s, whatnot, it was like a poor man's Palm Springs, a poor man's swinger, you know, poor swingers place. So a lot of those people obviously have died and haven't moved on, so there's a lot of like swinging ghosts around here, you know, like, you know, maybe they've manifested into your local I don't know, you know, tripper or something, but it's still it's in the air. The local, it's in the air, yeah. So people tripping, maybe they misdirected their creative you know, energies into something else, but they could channel into something else, but they decided to lose some teeth along the way. It's okay, you know. Tooth Fairy's happy about that. It's picking them up, transporting them somewhere else, you know? Yeah. So, you know, everybody's happy that way. The ghosts, the trippers, the Tooth Fairies, everything's good. We can just riff it out to that. So when the Tooth Fairy's happy, so's the crackhead. He collecting bottles and she collecting teeth and put them up and under her bed. Tooth Fairy's all happy. He's got some extra teeth. Motherfucker's gonna cash it on somebody's gums and somebody's ass cheeks. Because if you got the gum and the ass cheeks, you don't need teeth. Special need or special ed music therapy, I do that. I do that at West Valley High. Music therapy for special needs kids, you know, and I do that for adult centers too. And this was for a family that I go to their house. You know,
do you think like music is like a kind of magical kind of? Oh
yeah, music is healing, and it's been throughout the ages. I mean, music has been used to heal and to celebrate, or to go to war, to eat, you know, for all kind of events and rituals. Music has many healing qualities because each note corresponds to a certain frequency. Now, in the Western world, or most of the planet, we use, you know, like, you know, the A note as 440 hertz cycle, and that's supposed to be our grounding center, but it's actually off. I was reading somewhere, our actual hertz to be in harmony is 443. So we're kind of off, and that can bring forth diseases and imbalance, you know what I mean? But if you're like super not aware or just going on with your time or your day, that doesn't necessarily affect you, you know. But anytime, if you're like a porous kind of being where,
Porous?
yeah, you're like your pores are open, your senses are open, and you're aware or interested in other surroundings or happenings other than banal or mundane, then you're susceptible to all other kind of things going on. And if you cannot balance that, you don't get to balance people, then they get ill and they think there's something wrong with them. There's nothing wrong, you know. They think I need medication, or I'm off, or I'm like a mental case. That's not really the thing. They're just denying something in themselves that's natural, you know what I mean? So they're not taking care of. They have to find out. Like anxiety, for instance, is a result of being out of balance with your true self. You know what I mean? So you have to hopefully do whatever is true to you, obviously without, you know, violating somebody else's space or breaking some law that you're not ready to deal with the consequences, you know. But if your anxiety and all those kind of things, mental imbalances a lot of times are, other than chemicals, excreting more than other chemicals, or in a different order, it can be a result of you denying certain things, you know. Maybe, you know, you want to do arithmetic all day long, or maybe you're a nymphomaniac and, you know, things like that, and you're not taking care of that, you know what I mean? Maybe you want to, you know, make art out of whatever it is, toilet paper, or, you know, bags of rice mixed in with gummy bears, and, you know, something from a scrapyard. Or, you know, going back to like people's missing teeth and shit, you know. Yeah, ass trinkets, you know. But you got to be an ass trinket engineer. If that's your vibe, you got to go try and be an ass trinket engineer, otherwise you'll get ill. The fuck is this? So we got another concept, ass trinket engineer. The ass trinket. So you see, like, music and all these are just, you see, these are ideas. Like, this can be like an ass trinket engineer vibe, and it's just like here, right? And by mantraing the whole thing, we were able to like hone in on it and bring it down to this plane, you know? Right, so that kind of makes sense, you know? Yeah. So, ass trinket engineer vibe.
You've been getting interviewed a whole lot lately. Like,
what's that?
You've been getting interviewed a whole lot lately. Like,
actually, you know, you're right. I had it's the one with the classic rock magazine, another one with the guitar things, you know?
Yeah, and all over the world it seems like.
And then there was another one, the newspaper out here. I think it was the IE. What is that newspaper we have here? The PE, whatever that newspaper inland, the newspaper we have here. And then around the world, been getting for my other band, for my one band, the Vasoline Tour, I've been getting press all across Latin America. You know, Italy, Germany, and even Greece. You know, where I was born, and India even. Yeah, so I've been actually visiting with the. With that little new video we did, Hot Tub with Austin and Julio. Yeah. Which, you know,
how'd you meet Julio?
Great guys here
just from the music
from
store?
Harvard. Yeah, well, that's how we met, you know. So I mean, Julio and then Austin started working there, and I played with Austin in other little bands too, you know. But yeah, they get the Vaseline tuner thing, and we have fun, and we did that last video, both of them upstairs at the Harvard Street, little kitty cat was born in kitty cat. So she thinks I'm a cat now, so because all this hair, I never let her see the hair on my back. She could have a field day with that. Yeah, that's all right. I'm not gonna shave it. You know what I mean? It's kind of maybe, you need to shave it straight. You know, just keep it hairy, keep it stinky. You know. There you go. Yeah. It's a lot of interviews actually. The last couple of months, you know, there's a whole bunch. I mean, I can't post everything because it's kind of the same press release in a way, and then just because it can be too much, you know what I mean?
Get that.
I don't care, but it's fine. It's out there. Yeah, there's a lot. Something else I put on last night. I posted had Austin there hugging the mannequin, which is up there. That's like a mascot. You know, some bands have whoever, whatever mascot, and I guess that's
Austin's your mascot?
Well, mascot. It was that there was a mannequin up
Yeah.
there, and we decided to put it in both of our videos. Now I think it might have to be there, or just have mannequins. You know, like I think it's headless and legless. I forget, but it was just a body, and somewhere's having sex with something like that right now. You know, actually paying for it to go into a factory of like, oh, it's a factory of mannequins, and because that's what they're into. And if they don't, they're gonna have anxiety disorder. You know what I mean? It's true, right? Because they're like sitting there all day going like, oh, I need to copulate or with a mannequin, and if they don't, well, they're gonna get ill. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Some people just want to water the yard, and that's fine. You know, do gardening. That's I don't know which one's better. Yeah. Yeah. Being a gardener or watering a man. Barbie songs. I don't know what. You know.
Did you see that movie?
No, I can't. I mean, what am I gonna do? You know what I mean? I mean, why am I gonna go to say that? I mean, it's cool, you know, people like it, but I can't. I haven't been to a movie for over 20 years.
Oh, yeah.
I can't sit down, so I can't sit still for too long. Yeah, last movie I saw, maybe it was over 25 years ago, was some movie with John Travolta in it, and I think there were these rogue cops, him and I think Danny Glover, I forget what it's called, and Quentin Tarantino. It was a Quentin Tarantino movie. I don't even remember. That was the last time I went to a movie theater. And then a few months later I went to see a Beavis and Butthead in America or something. That one. That was the last thing. I think it was Beavis and Butthead. I don't know why. But I can't sit down, man. I can't sit still for too long. Yeah.
I've like kind of grown away from like watching movies and TV. And
Yeah,
stuff,
I don't
used to
even
love
have a
it.
TV, you know.
Yeah.
I haven't watched TV for 10 or more plus years. Obviously with YouTube, I just watch what I want to watch when I want to watch. And the thing with that, it's a rabbit hole, man. It's like, oh, this and then next video, that. And
Oh yeah.
so much amazing stuff that may not be necessarily popular, but it's exquisite, you know. It's great music and great all kind of things. You should check out. I used to really enjoy these movies by this filmmaker called Ralph Bakshi. Yeah, you should check into him. He did. It was great social commentary, and yeah, Ralph Bakshi, Bakshi.
If you wanted to.
When I met my wife, or how I met my wife.
Yeah. If you'd like to talk about it.
I met my wife in Los Angeles, in this area called Los Feliz, and I just actually showed up at her house.
Just randomly?
Well, I was playing with this guy. He was a drummer. He started in Vaseline Tuner. You know, when I first started the band, I put an ad out in this magazine called Music Connection. Back then, it was before the internet, you know, put ads and stuff.
Yeah.
And so I gave him a ride to where he was living. So I dropped him off there. And then another time I picked him up and I went in and I said hi to this woman who played more, you know. And that was it. I just left it. And then this guy, he had to go back to New York. Or he left his drum kit behind the rehearsal space, and we're like, well, we're gonna be out of here, and I don't want to leave it there, and we're just, you know, trying to get it to him or to a friend, or you know, instead of the owners just getting rid of it and stuff. So I contacted her. I said, hey, you know, where's this guy? What's going on? She's like, I don't know. He went back to New York. And anyway, after that, you know, we got talking and talking. I was talking. The more I was talking, I said, you know, she's like really cool. She's different, you know. And I didn't really meet her in a club or a bar or any of that that dynamic, which is nothing. That's fine with that. You know, that has its own, you know, role of things. Yeah, it's fine. And so we just got talking. I just thought she was like really cool, you know. And then somehow we started going out, and yeah, that's it. And then so we got married about 2 years later. So yeah, it was great. And we got married. See what happened. We went to Mexico City. We went to the pyramid of the San Teotihuacan. We went up there to get married. We had a shaman and everything. And then we tried to get married legally, but I had to stay there for 3 weeks. And we were only there for a week or 2 weeks, you know. And then a week later, we went to Vegas. We went to a drive-through in Vegas. It was fun, you know. About 12 in the morning, trying to get go to the register and there's a whole line of people trying to get something. So it's great. And there's some guy dressed up and he said, okay, whatnot. And that was fun. And then I think like 4 or 5 years ago, then we went to a church and got married in the Greek Orthodox church. We got married and we had the reception back here. And yeah, Julio, all of them were here, you know. Those guys, Julio was the DJ, I think. Julio was playing the tunes. He had set up his system. You see, so how I met Julio was, my wife knows his dad, you know, they go to church together. And she was looking for a PA system for an event. And Harvard Street had just opened over here. I said, I don't know where you get one. Maybe ask the guys that there's a music store around the corner. Mm-hmm. I hadn't gone inside. I had seen it was open. And so she went there, and I don't know, somehow they got talking, and she realized, okay, this is, your dad is Jose. And then I don't know, she says, oh, my husband plays guitar, he teaches, and I guess they really needed a guitar teacher that week. She says, oh, can he come in? And yeah, and that's how I kind of met Julio, you know, and he's, you know, he was a DJ at the wedding, we played together, and, you know, he's super cool with me, and yeah, it's kind of like a small world in a way, you know?
Yeah. Yeah,
and how little events add up to that. Yeah, but that's how I met my wife, was Los Angeles, through this disappearing drummer who was looking to try and help him with his equipment, and we just got talking. Yeah, so that's like now 25 years almost.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you, man. Yeah. And it was great. Mexico City, and then Vegas, and then there was a Greek church here in Menifee, I believe. Yeah, and then the backyard over here.
What was the first instrument you played, and how long did it take you to, like, kind of get serious and realize what you were doing?
Well, guitar was the first one, you know. I started doing guitar, and then I did piano, and then how long did it take me to what?
Get like serious and realize what you were doing.
Well, I picked it up because I was bored. There was many guitars laying around from friends that would come over and play cards at, you know, our home. We would go to their home, and when you're a kid, your parents drag you along because, you know, they don't leave you at the house, you know, if you're like a certain age. And I started playing, but then I really liked music, so I didn't realize that I had to learn people's songs or how to play and stuff. So I was just making sounds, and then some of the Africans taught me, that lived in the building. They taught me how to. Oh no, it wasn't before we moved in the building locally. How to play, but we had it tuned all different. You see, so when I went to play with the other kids who wanted to play like rock and roll songs, it was fucked up because I had a different tuning. I don't know how to relate to that. I enjoyed rock, you know, but so like, oh, you suck, you can't even do this, you can't do that, and can't tune it, and so I had to relearn how to tune it regularly. But in a weird way, kind of turned me on to tunings before I realized that, oh, you can tune your guitar and play it. Yeah. So kids are like cruel, but can also be closed-minded. It's just a small reflection of the future of, you know, what becomes in society, because they just wanted to play songs of the day, and I never realized that you should learn to play songs. You don't have to anything, but I always looked at album covers, and I figured that, well, they do this, and that band does that, and that band does that, and then that band does that. You, meaning me in that case, you should also do something, but you should do your own thing. I didn't know that, oh, I should be able to play that song, and then I'll get instant applause, and that'll make me feel good, and then it'll make my day, and I'll learn another one because I'll get more applause, you know? I was interested in learning any of the songs of the day, which was like hard rock songs, so, and whatever it was, you know? I just figured they already did that. I can't do that already, so that's it. So I didn't know how to do covers until later on when I came to the United States. Well, no, I saw a bunch of people in South Africa that were making a living because they played covers, and but then there were other bands that just did things we never heard of before, and that was their own stuff, you know. So that's what I did. I just kept making up songs because I thought that's what you're supposed to do. Yeah. And then I never played a cover song until I was like 42 years old. I never did. I just always improvised. I came up with stuff. I mean, I could figure it out or play it, and I'm like, but I never saw the point in it, other than like, I'm curious. How is this song written? And you can learn a lot. And you know, I'm interested in their chords that they use and how they use them. But man, it's a person's field. It's like one thing to be a musician, another thing to be a magician. You know, so like, yeah, you can learn and you can copy this. And most people are just interested in copying. When I first came here, I just wanted to make my own music, but everybody else wanted to copy bands. What was popular at the time was like Motley Crue or these metal bands, you know, pop metal bands. And I was like, I like those bands, you know, I like all kinds of music, but like, why should I copy it? You know, then nobody wants to play with you because they want instant applause. You know, it's like instant applause. It's like the boob job at the Christmas party lottery ticket. You know, it's like, oh, you want a lottery ticket at the Christmas party for a boob job? Or create, you know, penis enlargement or some shit like that. You know, later on, you know, a hair replacement or Viagra or whatever it is. It just doesn't fucking end. The domino bullshit. You know, yeah. I just said fuck it. You know, because like. Time goes by, one life to live, you know what I mean? This right now, this particular moment, I don't know what a popular song of the day is, whatever it is, I got stacks like this because I teach, but there's got to be at least 1,000 people playing it right now. Okay, great, you know, at the same time, whether anybody hears it or not, you can sit and express yourself because that's just music and energy flowing through each one of us. If you block it, again, you're gonna fucking have anxiety disorder or some other kind of disorder, which is good for like if you're spending money on, you know, some chemicals, some drugs, or it's good for, say, other people might think, oh, they're so out of it, I can like, you know, they're a walkover, yeah, or some people see you as vulnerable and they like mean and they want to like terrify you even more, you know. They never expect that you could turn around and go like, stop it, motherfucker, or motherfucker, or whatever. It's like, I'm gonna deal with this shit, you know. Yeah. Taking this broom and sticking up your ass, and maybe you can be a witch and fly away with it too, you know? Yeah, you gotta, you know, people can do all kind of things just because you didn't do the jam. Just because you didn't jam. It all comes down, if you deny yourself your own truth, you're gonna be ill, man. You know, whether you're whatever it is, you know? Whether you like to bake cakes, like I said, or whether you're a closet anything and you don't express yourself well, you know, you want a stuffed animal, you got to do it. You know, as long as you don't harm anybody, you know, and violate anybody's right to live or to enjoy themselves, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Just, you don't violate nature in that way. And you know, every tree is yours to pee on, so to speak. Do you ever pee on trees? I do sometimes. It's just fucking fun, outside, man. Yeah, because it's nice to have the air on your dick, you know?
Yeah, 100%. Like, I've talked to a lot of people about, like, sun tanning your balls and perineum.
It's just, yeah, but whatever, it's just nice to have a breeze, you know? You discover this, I first discovered this when I was on a nudist colony, you know?
You were a nudist colony?
Yeah, I'd gone to, well, now it's all trendy, this island called Mykonos in Greece. It's a beach called Paradise, and it's a super paradise, whatnot. But it was before it was trendy, you know what I mean? It was affordable. This was back in like 1978 or something, or 70. I was out of high school. Forget it, it doesn't matter all the fucking things, because it's 1978 in some other alternate universe right now, so I don't give a fuck, you know? But yeah, and it was nice because you get out the water, you know, and there's like, certain, you know, water on you, and then when there's a breeze comes, you know, it's calming, you know what I mean? Yeah. And that's when you take a pee or you just feel the breeze on your dick, and it's nice, you know? Yeah. And it's just because you don't even think about it, it's just because it is what it is, not because it's fashionable. Oh, I'm, you know, sunbathing my butthole or something. Now I'm gonna have extra superpowers that I get from, you know, Sprouts, by shopping at Sprouts or some other health food place, which, you know, who buys their actual food from Walmart, actually, yeah. What is, I forget the other one, it's not Sprouts, we don't have it here. Air One, or so one of those, you know, where it's like $20 for a piece of bread, supposed to have special powers, but they just bought it from a Walmart distributors. No, it's still a bunch of bullshit, you know, but you can at least feel that you're doing a positive contribution to climate change. You know, whatever it is, where you're paying $20 for a, you know, bar of something candy or whether, and you eat it and your fart's going to be different, you know what I mean? So if you fart in somebody's face, they will feel privileged. You know, yeah. if you're on that path. It's like, fuck this motherfucker and fuck that motherfucker and fuck this motherfucker and fuck that motherfucker, you know? And fuck him once and fuck him twice and fuck him 3 times, Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall, fuck him 6 times, fuck him 7 times, fuck him 8 times, you know?
You like Ween?
Do I like meat? Who?
Ween, the band.
Queen, yeah.
Ween.
Queen?
Ween.
Oh, Ween, yeah, I like Ween, yeah, yeah.
That kind of reminded me of
Yeah,
Ween.
no, Ween's great.
Yeah.
They haven't made an album in a long time, man.
Sad.
Those two guys are like really talented, you know, Dean, Ween, and the other,
Gene.
Gene and Dean. Because they took different styles and they added, and it was great. They're unbelievable, you know what I mean?
Yeah, awesome.
You listen to it, and the more you listen to it, like also talking about that the band Flaming Lips. Their early stuff is great. It's so lo-fi. I like lo-fi. I like it kind of dirty, like low budget.
Yeah.
Just fucking. You know the band Flaming Lips?
No.
Oh, they've had hits the last couple of years. They're all like cleaned up, but never mind. This is just early Flaming Lips. Check it out. Yeah, the band Flaming Lips, but their early albums. You know, the first three, whatnot. But I like all of them. I really like all of them, and you know, early Beck. You know, Beck was doing cool stuff. You know, just lo-fi, but I like Butthole Surfers are cool. You know, like really wacky stuff. Yeah, great. This other guitar player, Helios Creed, he was in Chrome, but he played with like about 30 different effects, and I saw him live, different pedals, different sounds, and he goes off all this about science fiction matter you can't really hear, where he says like that hip hop person, Cool Keith, one of my favorites. He just talks about, you know, cows in the hallway of the hospital and all kind of cool shit, and social social commentaries and stuff. But yeah, Cool Keith, you know. Yeah, Ween is great. Weenie's like really good. So you're gonna edit all of this stuff? You got like an hour on each person. How long are they gonna give you? Oh man.
It's a whole lot.
Oh
So
dude, it's a lot of work. You gotta
yeah. I
Put
really
in,
gotta
you know?
dedicate myself to it. Like